prior to that, and he has to communicate it in Spanish to Canelo so it could resonate with Canelo because what Bud was talking was that real hot shit, but Canelo didn't. Canelo like stump a mud hole, like you know what I mean? Like what? That's not a saying in Mexico. So Bud need to look up the sayings that they have in Mexico for I'm gonna really beat your ass.
Nah, but he was getting his ass though. He was like, I don't know how to lose. You lost.
No,
He was saying he ain't
no, this
never
one he
beat
got
an
him. He
elite
said he
fighter.
said every time you stepped up, you lost. That's
Yeah,
when he
he ain't
got him.
never beat an elite fighter.
Yeah.
He beat a lot of good fighters. He never beat an elite fighter.
Thanks,
And then he
Mondo.
was talking about how like, he started bringing up back the fact that Bud fought nobody, but then he said Bivol fought nobody until he fought Canelo.
Paul
Like you
Bricks
can't
was
you
good.
What's happening? What's happening, man? They wasn't trying to let me in this joint.
I was so
You know how it is, man.
Oh man, what's up? What's up, Incredible?
Yo, what's good, bro?
What's happening with y'all, man?
yeah, chill.
Chilling.
Talking
I
about
had,
that Bud and Canelo. Who you got?
man, come on, man. Come on, man. You know I'm going with Bud.
Shit, I just had to make sure you was on the right side, bro.
Facts.
Didn't want your
Bro,
money get into it.
the press conference, the
I,
press
I,
conference was crazy, bro. Bud told him every time you stepped up, you lost.
yeah,
Canelo stepped up to Triple G the first time, right? I think they called it a draw. He really lost. Canelo stepped up to Floyd, got his ass handed to him. Stepped up to Bivol, lost. Stepped up to in competition with Lauren. You know what I mean? Got a gift decision, a controversial decision. So, and then Bud said, every time you stepped up in competition, you lost, elite fighter. Basically saying your ass is not that elite, bro. And I agree. I think Canelo is great, but he's not truly elite. Because the elite fighters, they beat other elite fighters.
Yeah, he
Or they
stepped.
make an elite, they make somebody that's great look like they're not all that great, like what Bud did with Spence.
is this Canelo last fight?
I don't know.
If he
I
gets
don't know.
ass beating like on some Arrow Spence shit, I bet you it is.
I don't think
No,
that's
it's
gonna
not.
happen.
If
I don't
Canelo,
He
listen,
he already making excuses though. He like,
dog,
oh, your friend Turkey's here to help you. When bruh, they gave you no rehydration clause. They made the ring smaller for you, and you have most of the majority of the fans on your side. So what advantage does Bud even
but
have?
dog, if Canelo lose, just because of his pride, they gotta have a rematch. Just because of his pride,
no,
especially if
it's
he
no
get his ass beat.
But
but no, no, no.
it depends on what form he loses in.
KJ, it's no rematch clause though. Like in the whole contract, no rematch clause.
Bro,
I
it's
don't
not
think.
about that.
Yeah,
If
but Bud,
Bud does him like he did Errol Spence, Canelo cannot leave. Like Errol was nationally recognized. Canelo is a global icon. He cannot leave the sport getting knocked out or some shit. Like he would have to rematch. He would have to.
All right, now we all thought. Remember, the odds was on Arrow all the way up until the night of the fight, and everybody thought that Bud was gonna get his ass whooped. And then when he got his ass whooped, they was like, "Oh, the car crash! The car crash! The
Nah,
car
nah,
crash
nah,
Bud,
slowed him
Bud,
down."
Bud,
nah. Everybody didn't think
Bud
Spence
was
was
the
gonna
favorite to
win.
win though.
A lot of people thought
Yeah,
Bud
yeah.
was gonna
Bud
win.
was a favorite before
Yeah.
before the night of the fight. Because I remember one of the press conferences when Errol was saying that, and Bud said that's because they know what's going to happen.
Yeah, they know what's gonna happen. Yeah, it was when he was wearing that blue shirt. I think. Yeah, it was that
Yeah,
press conference.
yeah. A lot of people thought Bud was going to spank Spence. It was
Yeah, even
that
especially
But they
professionals,
didn't
bro.
know it was gonna happen
Tony,
to that
hey,
degree.
no, no, no,
nobody knew
no.
that.
Nobody.
James,
Nobody knew
Tony,
that.
no, no, no. Your boy did. Antonio Tarver. Antonio Tarver was saying that Bud was going to step on Errol like bad. Tony picked Bud too, but Tarver basically said Errol not nowhere near the galaxy of Bud, and Bud was going to step on him.
That's
Tarver
how
predicted that shit.
Bud knew.
I
He
was
said
just
bet a
watching Bud.
million. He said bet a million.
I was just watching Bud train sparring. Just just yesterday. Like some clips just came out. That
Yeah,
boy looking good,
yeah, that
bruh.
boy,
I'm
No
yeah,
gonna
that
watch
Diddy.
them clips. I
star.
seen that. I thought it was
No
clickbait.
Diddy. But
You know
he's
what's
still
crazy?
using angles. His hands are still fast. Like he don't look slow as fuck at all, bro. He was training on the pads with Bomac. He was
So,
punching the pads, and you know how big Bomac is. Bomac ain't no like little dude. He was pushing his ass back around the whole ring and practicing like clinching and shit. I was
But
like,
bro,
yo,
didn't I make the video on TikTok where I
Yeah,
said
KJ, I was just gonna say that
one of the one of
when
the
that thing was
major
happening,
advantages that Bud and them have,
punching on
their
Bomac.
trainer is 400 pounds. Like,
Yeah, KJ, what happened was when I seen that clip on X, I said, bro, KJ made a video on the advantages of Bud them like punching on Bomac, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
hitting the bag up on her. I was thinking about that the whole time while watching that video.
no,
so,
Oh, this a training
okay.
camp. It's the day in the life inside camp. That's the video you watched.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna look at some
So,
of it right now.
so y'all think?
Um,
Uh,
go ahead, Paul.
so me. This is what I'm saying, right? So that's
Mhm.
why I mean, I just think Canelo, right? I think he too slow. I think he too slow. I see a lot of people saying Bud get hit too much, but they don't know that Bud got the skill set. He has the skill set to go in there and outbox Canelo. Like he don't gotta use that skill set at one when he was at 147 because he could really walk through opponents. If he not going in there to walk through Canelo, he going in there to outbox him. He going in there to show his skill set, to show that how he going in there to do what Floyd did. You know what I'm saying? That's where I think his mind is. I'm gonna outbox you, not in the same style as Floyd, but I'm gonna outbox you because I'm better than Floyd. He ain't gonna say that because he respect Floyd, but because I'm better than Floyd. Put me on the Mount Rushmore because I heard him
I
say.
don't think that Bud even be really. I think you gotta understand. All these boxers grew up off Floyd. Like they respect Floyd so much. So I don't even think they be looking at it like, oh, I'm trying to be better than Floyd. I
Yeah,
think
Bud.
Bud just want to be next to that man, like on the
Yeah.
Mount
He said
Rushmore.
put
I
me on
don't
the
think that
Mount
he even.
Rushmore.
Yeah. So if he beat Canelo, he definitely have to go up there with Floyd. But even if he would have knocked Canelo out, Floyd put in too much work. Like Floyd put in 2 decades fighting the top fighters, like Hall of Famers back to
Hall
back.
of- Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bud just his resume just doesn't compare. Canelo actually would have had a better case had he won some fights. Like say Canelo had beat Triple G convincingly every time they fought. Say if he had knocked out Lara. Say if he had beat Bivol. You know what I mean? Even with the loss to Floyd, he would be in the Mount Rushmore talks and shit. But because, like Bud said, when he does step up, he loses. We got to drop his ass down. We can't have him up there with the goats.
So
He,
so so what so what happened when Benavidez beat Bivol?
nothing.
And and
Benavidez, sad. It sucks, but Canelo fucked that man up. Like for real, you could do that. A motherfucker could bar you. Like, isn't there so many great fighters who the main guy, like Charlie Burley. Charlie Burley was the man back in the day. Like
Uh,
he fighting in leagues and shit. You know what I mean?
I
But
got something
he's
to
whooping
add
up
that you
all
said
their ass.
earlier.
Ray Robinson could have gave Charlie Burley a fight, and the world would have known and seen how great he was. But Ray Robinson ducked Charlie because he didn't think he could beat him. He said, "I'm too pretty to fight you." So sometimes when a star doesn't give you an opportunity, imagine if Tank didn't fight Roach. Roach would still just be a regular dude. Now people looking at him like, damn, that nigga like that.
I
That's the
hmm
got I,
power that you could give somebody. Ken Norton, Ali, and Ken Norton. That's the power that a star could give you just by
I
giving
got
you an opportunity.
I got something to add to what you were saying earlier.
Mm-hmm.
About the press conference where Canelo pushed Bud, and you said Canelo felt how he couldn't move Bud, and I was kind of skeptical about it until I seen like how
No,
Bomac
I
was
didn't say that.
leaning up.
The other brother had said that, and I was thinking about that too. Like, damn, I didn't even think that.
Oh, so, okay, my bad. I was like Canelo probably just didn't give a fuck or whatever. What I thought he was nervous, but not that he couldn't push him. But after I seen how he was pushed, like Bomac was leaning on him in the ring, and how Bud was just pushing his ass around the ring, I was like, yeah,
and that
Canelo
boy from
probably
the
felt that
back.
he couldn't move his ass or push his ass, and he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Like he
that boy
thought he
from
was just gonna toss his ass.
that boy from Nebraska.
Bro, if he don't win
Bro,
in
the
that,
only thing it is to do in Nebraska is fucking box. Ain't nothing out,
Yo,
man, ain't
like
nothing out
that's
there.
Nebraska. Just think about it. Logs. You just
You,
straight logs.
you know what's crazy?
With logs.
You know what's crazy, bro? First, I want to address what Mondo said. Mondo said you heard Lamar say he would fight the winner of Haney and Brian Norman. Dog, Lamar Roach could fight welterweight for real. Like that's a big motherfucker. I don't know how he making 130.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I try to tell somebody.
I
I
don't
say, bro,
know
he
how
bigger
he
than
does
I
it.
say, I say, look at him and look at Tank. He
Yeah,
bigger
Lamar.
than Tank. It's not
Bro, I
even
was in the ring, bro. I fight 154. When I saw Lamar when we sparred, I was like, "What the fuck? This ain't no damn lightweight." I was still bigger than him, but I was shocked at how big he was.
like he could
Like,
go up
dog,
in
bro.
weight.
I don't know how he making weight. If I was
I,
Tank, and me and Lamar fight at 135, fuck a boxing. Go out there and jump on his ass because at the end of the day, if he's shedding all of that weight to make 135, if you jump on him
Shit, he's a
early.
130 fighter. How the fuck is
Yeah,
he making
I don't know how he's
130?
doing it, but
Yeah, he's
you
a
could
one light.
you
He's a
could beat
light.
a weight you
He's a
could beat a
junior
weight bully,
lightweight.
right? Go out there and jump on their ass. If they're a real weight bully, jump on their ass round after round. They're not gonna be able to keep up. Number one, you're gonna shock them by coming out like that. But number two, they're not be able to keep up with the pacing because they're killing their body so much. So they have to fight at a certain pace always. Even Benavidez, when Benavidez started trying to wait for the Canelo fight and the Caleb Plant fight, one of his last fights at 168, he had to take a lot of breaks. He had to pace himself. Then he would go back and jump back on Caleb, but there was times where he visibly was showing fatigue. And this is a dude who has crazy stamina, crazy speed and combinations and shit like that. But it started to wear on him having to make that weight.
he was showing
Did you
fatigue
know he
that
went to
last
the
fight.
hospital after that fight?
He was showing
Who,
fatigue
Benavidez?
against Morrell. He was showing some fatigue.
Oh yeah. But him and Morrell fought at light heavyweight.
I know.
Caleb
But
went to the
I'm like,
hospital.
man,
Oh
I thought he
yeah.
was running out of juice.
Benavidez said that he was going to put Caleb in the hospital, but a lot of
Nah,
fighters
he
go to the
sent that
hospital
man
after
to the
fight.
hospital for real. I thought when you was telling me how he took a lot of damage, I was like, he looked all right after the Benavidez fight. No, that man went to
Fuck
the
no.
hospital.
He
I
wasn't
mean, they
even
go to the
talking. He
hospital
wasn't even
after
talking
every
good.
fight.
After the fight, he wasn't even talking good, bro. Like, no, that motherfucker was out of it.
So
Anyway, he
what
said, "Do
y'all?
you think Lamar could beat either of them at 147?"
I ain't gonna lie.
Lamar, when he say he wants the winner of Haney and Brian Norman, really he wants Haney. Right now, people looking at Haney like a ticket, bro. Like, cause they know that Haney don't really know how to sit down on his shots. So if you're a dude that know how to sit down on your shots, you could be smaller. You're gonna expose that. You're gonna hurt Haney. And Lamont, he know how to sit down on his. That's all he works on. That's why Lamont, if you look at his feet, they always flat. He's not even coming in there to box or move or none of that. He's coming in there to land that hot shit.
I thought he was gonna fight. I thought he said he was gonna get that smoke with Shakur.
Yeah, when he started talking about that, that's what let me know how dangerous motherfucker. Like him and Shakur sparred. So
Yeah,
when say Shakur and then you don't hear him say it no more, it just let me know like okay, they don't want that Shakur smoke, bro.
yeah. Like we can't. We gotta. So all right. Now that Tank out the way, ain't no reason for nobody to not.
You said what, bro?
I say now Tank out the way. Ain't no reason for nobody not to fight now. Like
Oh
everybody
yeah,
should be fight.
everybody
Everybody
should.
should be fighting. Like
Really, I'm more interested in these youngins. Like okay, Floyd Schofield probably juicing or whatever. They say he's summoning. Him and his dad say he's summoning spirits in his body before the fight. All right, cool. Summon one of them spirits and go fight Abdullah Mason because
Abdullah
Abdullah
fighting for a
Mason.
title.
I think if I'm not mistaken, Abdullah Mason and then reached out to Floyd before.
Yeah, for $1 million, and he turned it down because he said he had a
That's what I'm
5-year.
saying. Like nigga, you summoning
I
spirits in your body. Summon some courage.
I
You
was
know what I
wrong.
mean?
I was all the way wrong on that. I had Tevin winning that. I ain't gonna lie,
Oh, I
but
had Tevin winning it too, but something was up, bro. I think Floyd Schofield is on that shit.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
I
So crazy.
got
Kevin Foreman took a dive, gang.
I don't think he took a dive because when the way them punches hit,
I had Tevin Farmer winning that. I ain't even gonna lie. But
bro, Floyd Schofield, Oscar De La Hoya gave Ryan that shit. I believe Oscar gave Floyd that shit. I'm gonna be honest.
who you got? Who you got? You got Hitchens or not Hitchens. I'm gonna get to him too. Pause on him. You got Russell or Keyshawn. He talking about he need a couple more fights.
Who said he need a couple more fights?
Russell said get a boy, let him get a couple fights first.
Oh, Keyshawn?
Yeah.
Damn, that's disrespectful.
But be for real, KJ. Keyshawn never fought nobody like that.
Yeah, I got Russell, but yeah, this is the thing about these new cats and shit. Ali was chasing people around. You know what I mean? Now it's I don't got enough fights, I don't got enough this, I don't got enough that. World champion. You should have thought about that before you got that belt.
Nah. Russell said let Keyshawn get a couple more.
That's what I'm saying.
Keyshawn, I was already saying Keyshawn didn't say
it.
Yeah. Nah, I'm like, man, yeah, y'all both champs. Well, he not at 140, but if he coming up.
No, Keyshawn not a champ no more because of the weight.
He did the little weight jump.
What you think about Mason and Lamont at 135? That would be one of the best fights in the last 20 years, but no publicity. You know what I mean? Like you remember what's that one fight where Diego Corrales got dropped like 1,000,000 times and got up and won? I think it was him and Castillo, Corrales and Castillo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so it's like that wasn't a fight that's highly publicized, but it was, an all-time great clash.